All right, everybody. Hello there, and welcome back to Rob's Arcade. I am your host, of course, Rob French, and I have not hung out with you guys for a while. Hopefully, you guys are doing okay. So I haven't been doing a whole lot of YouTube, especially nothing directly with you, but I have been watching a lot of YouTube. I think everybody is familiar with the rabbit hole that is YouTube. And when I'm not watching like stand-up comedy bits, I like to check out, you know, video game plays and reviews like the rest of you guys. And one of my favorites, of course, is like with Conan O'Brien, late night host. Conan O'Brien reviews video games. It's freaking hilarious. And then I'm also a huge fan of, retro gamers and collectors, such as the Angry Video Game Nerd. And I always love watching his videos. They just always make me feel so much, better about myself. Um, and I thought, why not go and review some of my old video games? Much like he does. Excuse me, I'm having a little bit of breakfast. Let's go ahead and start this off right, though.
Rhymes Arcade,
Mhm,
Rhymes Arcade,
mhm.
where the games get played and the games get saved so they can be played on another day. Rhymes Arcade.
Beautiful voice. My best bud, Buck, there. Now, like I said, I'm reviewing some old video games. One of my favorite things about the PlayStation is that not only does it have a great library of new games, but it has this great library of old games. Now, I'll probably talk a little bit more about this actual title of games itself, but for now, we're really just going to jump into the first game of this library. Now, I've again talked about this whole little setup before. It's kind of, I think, like a VR. You're supposed to be able to like look around the room and see all this stuff. You can use the controller to kind of scan around. This is exactly the setup. I mean, not exactly the Sonic rug and all of this, but I mean, this setup is exactly how my room was set up in the 90s when it came to hanging out and playing video games. So I love this whole setup. I love everything about this. That console that you're looking at and the controller, video games on shelves, tapes on the floor. Looks like a old school, maybe a Taco Bell cup. So, excuse me, very much how my room would look back in those times. And again, that console is the one I had. The Sega Genesis or Sega Master System came out with several different versions of the console, but that is the one that I had myself. Now, there is a ton of games here. I've gone through some of these already. I think I've looked at like my maybe some Golden Axe and Streets of Rage for like some of the Sega classic titles. I may have even looked at Sonic the Hedgehog before. I'm not really sure, but we're going to go through all of these alphabetically. I believe it's 50 titles all together, and really just kind of check out some of the video games that I played growing up. Again, I talked about the Angry Video Game Nerd. I love watching his videos because it just, again, makes me feel so much better about myself and my video gaming capabilities. I remember growing up playing. I mean, I grew up with the evolution of video games from the very first consoles to the consoles we play now. And I've played a ton of 8-bit, 16-bit video games, renting them, buying them, borrowing them. The list goes on and on and on, but the list of games that I have beaten is very short because some of these games are just impossible. And it's good to know that it wasn't me. I feel like sometimes growing up, you feel like, oh my gosh, is it me? Do I just suck this bad at these games? These games are sometimes absolutely impossible. So we're going to start off with Alex Kidd, not Alex the Kid, no relation to Billy the Kid. And in the Enchanted Castle, Alex Kidd in the Enchanted Castle and says, "Hi, I'm Alex Kidd. I don't know what that means in quotation marks. I live on the planet Ares. My brother, Iggle, is king. Frankly, my life was eventful. But then I heard a rumor. My lost father, King Thor, was alive on the planet Paper Rock. Why is it named Paper Rock? Because everyone there is an expert at the game called Rock, Paper, Scissors. Then why isn't the planet called Rock, Paper, Scissors? If a visitor is no good at that game, he won't last long. My family didn't want me to go. But I have to find out, is my father still alive? Now that's a very weird opening to a video game, and right away that's like one of the things I think that bothers me about this game, is that the whole thing is based off the idea of a rumor. I just can't imagine playing any of my other games growing up based on the premise of like a rumor. You know, like you get to the end of Super Mario Brothers and defeat Bowser, and Princess Peach isn't there. You find out Toadstool is just a lying little snot, you know. Or was it like Double Dragon Billy's girlfriend gets kidnapped? You find out like it's the rumor she started because she wanted some like attention or something like that. All right, now right away you start off here, and you can punch. You can punch the crap out of cars, and basically you just go around, as it says on this planet Paper Rock, and you can collect little coins of money or big bags of these like U-dollars, in which then you just go in these little rooms here. I'm guessing that's a gorilla, maybe, and these different animals, and you play them at rock, paper, scissors, which I think is a very will you bet your life. That's a very serious wager. Will you bet your life at rock, paper, scissors? Now, again, this is something that kind of bothers me about the game. This whole game to me is like a game that like nobody wanted, nobody asked for. You know, it's based on the idea of this like rock, paper, scissors, which wasn't a game I feel like we played as kids. You know, even like as boring as the 80s and 90s could have been from time to time, rock, paper, scissors wasn't a game that we were really like. We used that to decide things like who got a slice of pizza, who got to play the first controller, who got shotgun if two people called it at the same time. We never sat there and just hung out in our rooms playing rock, paper. I mean, there was like, why not like, I don't know, Thumb War or that little hand slapping game? Now, I hope you like to tie, because you will tie quite often in this game. Oh no, I lost. No, the premise is you go in, you wager, and you try to win these little prizes here in the center. You lose your life. You go back out. And you want to collect all these prizes, and you can equip them here. Now, this is something else that I just don't quite understand in the game. It's just, again, we have a game that just nobody, I feel like, asked for, nobody wanted. And they were just trying to fill that, like, endless market of just, you know, whatever kind of game we can come up with. But here at the menu screen, you have your lives, and then all these different items. You have this cape, and this motorcycle, a flying helicopter, and a cane. I'm gonna tell you right now, I feel like they're all useless. They're all pointless items. I don't get it. Just doesn't make really a whole lot of sense. And I feel like nobody asked for anything like this, where you could have these items that you just... I feel like in most games, you have items and you use them for, like, accessing areas you can't get to without, like, the pogo stick or the flying helicopter. Maybe you need the motorcycle. Everything you can get to, I feel like you can get to in this game without these items. So again, you go in here, and then they're also like really priced weird from time to time. Sometimes these things are like 50 U dollars. Sometimes they're like, I don't know, 500 U Um, and like I said, I feel like the only real purpose they serve is to, um, again, tie, is to maybe give you like a one-hit protection against things, and then maybe help you shoot through some of these levels a little bit quicker, which also from time to time seem I don't know, bit useless. Again, here we have another tie. Okay, let's try this again. And again, I lose. So, like this again, like this is basically the whole premise of this game here. You just keep going in, trying to win these items in rock, paper, scissors. The only thing that really kills me about these are how long it takes you to actually, it's like wait for the music to stop, 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 and another tie. You go through the thing, and you wait for the music to stop, and you wait for the music to stop, and you wait for the music to stop, and you lose. I usually do a little bit better than this. This is actually pretty sad. Alright. Sure. Why else would I be in here? I love this too. Like you have to like why else would I have come in here? Do you want to? Yes, clearly I do. If I have the funds, let's go ahead and wrap this up and do it. And another tie. Oh my gosh. Alright guys, I'm gonna like clip it right about here and come back with a little bit more of this nonsense. Yay! Now, I've already done one review of this game, I feel like, in the past, so if you feel like, yeah, dude, you've already done this before, that's fine. Maybe you're new to the channel and you haven't checked out any of my videos, but hang tight. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to review a little bit more of this because I do feel like there is more to tell. And there's something else I don't get either. The exact same guys are in the exact same building as before. Like, what is that about, right? Like, are they just in every single building just hanging out? The same characters in the forefront? I mean, they clearly have different animals. They could have put like a panda up there and like a cat, and then like in the next one a dog and a rabbit. I don't know, I don't get it. Anyway, all right guys, hang tight. I'm gonna keep playing this for a little bit. Oh, I don't have enough U-Bucks. Oh, all right, so I'll be back in just a little bit. Make sure you guys like the video, follow, subscribe, all that jazz. Please leave a comment down below. Thank you so much for hanging out. It's been so great to kind of hang out with you guys and catch up just a little bit. And like I said, yeah, come back for more, and I will see you guys in a little bit.